Hi, Mary. Thank you for meeting with me today. Before we begin, just a quick reminder, everything we discuss here is confidential, unless there is a safety issue involving harm to yourself or others. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so what brings you in today? What's been going on lately?
Well, I don't even know where to start. I feel like I'm constantly overwhelmed and anxious about everything. I can't turn it off.
That sounds difficult. Can you tell me a little more about what anxiety looks like for you?
It's like I wake up anxious. I immediately start thinking about all the things I have to do. And not just for the day, but for the entire week. I worry I'll forget something or something will go wrong. Then I start imagining worst case scenarios, even with the little stuff. Like my principal calls me into his office, like I assume I'm in trouble.
So how long would you say this has been going on?
Honestly, it's been years, but it's gotten worse since I started teaching full-time 2 years ago. I think the stress made it spiral.
And do you find the worry hard to control?
Yes, very. Even if I try to distract myself or rationalize, my brain keeps coming back to the same thoughts. It's exhausting.
So let's talk about how this anxiety has been affecting your daily life, like your job, relationships, and your self-care.
Well, it has definitely affected my job. I over-prepare everything and second-guess decisions. I reread every email 3 times before I send it. I worry my students aren't learning enough and that I'm failing them. At home, I snap at my husband over small things and even sometimes my children. I don't sleep well and I'm always tired, which makes everything worse.
Okay, you mentioned sleep. What's that been like?
It's either I can't sleep or I'm awake in the middle of the night and I just can't go back to sleep. My mind starts racing about grading, bills, family. I may be asleep 4 to 5 times, most times. Sometimes it's 3. Yeah.
Do you ever feel tense or have physical symptoms?
Definitely. My shoulders are always tight and I grind my teeth without realizing it. I also get headaches a lot. Sometimes I get nauseated.
So how about your energy levels or your concentration?
My energy is really low. I drink way too much coffee just to get through the day, and I lose focus easily. I'll be in mid-lesson and totally forget what I was saying.
So do you find yourself feeling irritable or on edge?
Yes, that's one of the worst parts. I used to be really patient, but now I get irritated at my students, my husband, my children, and then I feel awful afterwards.
Have you ever had panic attacks or episodes of intense fear that come out of nowhere?
Not really. My anxiety is more like this constant low-level harm. It doesn't spike. It just never stops.
That distinction helps. Thank you for clarifying. Are there any recent or past traumatic experiences that you want to share?
No major traumas, no. Life has its ups and downs, but nothing that will cause trauma.
Got it. So what do you try to do to try and cope when you're feeling overwhelmed?
Well, I try to get on social media by scrolling on my phone. Sometimes I even journal, cook, or clean. I've tried meditations, but I still cannot sit still. Sometimes I have to drink to calm myself down, but not all the time.
Okay, before we move on, I'd like to quickly run through a short screener called the GAD-7. It helps us get a better sense of the severity of your symptoms. I'll read each item, and you just tell me how often you've been bothered by each one over the last 2 weeks. Not at all, several days, or more than half the days, or nearly every day are your options. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So first, over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by the following problems? So feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge.
Every day, nearly every day.
Not being able to stop or control your worrying.
Every day.
Worrying too much about different things.
A lot.
Trouble relaxing.
I can't relax.
Being so restless that it is hard to sit still.
Yeah.
Becoming easily annoyed or irritable. Every day.
Every day.
Feeling afraid as if something awful might happen.
Every single day.
Okay. Thank you, Mary. So thanks for going through that. Based on your responses and everything you've shared, it sounds like you're experiencing a high level of persistent anxiety that's impacting your physical health, mood, and functioning.
Yeah, it feels like I'm taking over my life.
So would you say the anxiety is present more days than not for at least 6 months?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Thank you for being so open, Mary. At this point, based on the DSM-5 criteria in our conversation, I believe that you meet the criteria for generalized anxiety disorder. That's something that we can work with. There are treatments, therapies, lifestyle strategies, sometimes medication that have been shown to really help.
That actually makes me feel a little better. Just putting a name to it.
Absolutely. In our next session, we will talk more about your goals and what kind of treatment plan makes the most sense for you. But for now, I want to validate what you're feeling is real and treatable.
Thank you. I was nervous coming in, but now I'm glad I did.
I'm really glad you did too. Let's work together to get you feeling more in control again.
All right.
All right. I'll see you next time.
All right.